Alright, it's time for the Wizard 100% run. If you watched the Fighter run... Come on, there we go. Don't know why it's called Magic User. Maybe Wizard was trademarked or something? I doubt it. So if you watched the Fighter run, you'll have already seen this little trick here, where you can very easily give yourself all the points by manipulating the game, and all this is really going to do is mean that I can just go and do everything without having to grind, because nobody likes having to watch grinding. I don't think we need luck, but we're going to take it because it's there. And we're going to take vitality so we can run everywhere instead of having to walk. And strength so we can carry stuff. We literally don't need anything else, and this is already massive overkill for Wizard. Wizard does not have to do as much grinding as the other classes anyway. You can almost just do everything on the first try, but it will save a couple minutes training up like the fetch spell and such. So, a lot of the game... Come on, switch to run. A lot of the game is actually going to be pretty close to what the Fighter was doing. Do we have enough money for a spell? I doubt it. We're going to find out. So the Fighter starts with a sword. There is no better sword in this game. The Wizard starts with a zap, which is basically... of course not. It's basically a way to charge up your dagger so it does more damage. It's fine, but it's not great. Let's go ahead. We're going to buy that fetch spell. So we've already got one additional spell. We can charge up our dagger, kind of like a shocking grasp kind of thing, and now we have Mage Hand. We can grab things from a distance. Unfortunately, even our Mage Hand requires a certain level of leveling up independent of our skills, so there is still a chance that we will have to take a few tries before we successfully grab the 2 or 3 things in the game we need to grab. Alright, we gotta run around here to get his attention. And we're out. As much as I like this guild hall, we're only ever going to be there once. We are going to revisit the magic shop to get the other 2 spells. One of which is our only offensive ranged spell in the game, but we don't have the money for it yet. Actually, we're very low on money. 10 silver. It's so low on money. Four, 5. We're going to basically spend all of our money. The Magic User has it the worst off of any of the classes when it comes to money. You would think it's the Fighter, right? Because the Fighter needs to buy the most expensive item in the game, but by the time you want it, you have just got your reward, and then you don't need to buy anything else other than healing potions. It's not even close. The Wizard is the one who is most blocked by money. Alright. Just about done with all of the little running around, and we can actually go start turning in some quests already. I'm not going to do things in quite the same order as the Fighter. The Fighter, I tried to go by what the players would know, so not doing things until after I was told to go do them. Instead, this time we're going to do things slightly more optimally. It'll go a little faster, but because we've already seen a lot of this stuff. And honestly, as much as I love that this game has 3 different character classes, 90% of the game is the same between them. Oh, we actually... There we... Okay, so that's something worth mentioning. I can charge up Zap mid-combat, which will then do bonus damage when I swing. But I have to keep switching back and forth between those 2 screens. It's very cumbersome. Once we have Flame Dart, it's not as bad because I can just Flame Dart in things' face and I never need to swing the dagger again. But until then... That's a Frost Giant. We don't have anything that can handle him. Except for apples. So, even when I was a kid, I would often start the game by just doing that little fetch quest. Just have the gem. It's there. It's 5 silver worth of apples. Very easy. And you don't accidentally forget to do it and have to run all the way to this side of the forest that there's nothing else over here. Not that the players know that, but this side of the forest has basically nothing in it. All of the main stuff is on the other half and on the north side. You could maybe make the argument that you can do it while on your way back to town from Erasmus, but you start out day 1 halfway through the day. It's very easy to just go get it done right now and then spend most of your time doing other things. See? Fetch. First try. He didn't even have to ask what I wanted to point at. He's just like, you want that. As the only thing that's not literally a tree or a house. We can do that. Alright, gotta remember to ask about spell components. Specifically the Chi Tower and the Troll. And we can give her the ring. So, all 3 classes have to kill a Cheetar and a Troll because you want the beard and the claws. That's for all 3 classes. That is literally the only thing that you have to fight as random encounters go, outside of the fighter. We do not need to go look for a Saurus. We do not need to find the Super Saurus at the end of the game. We don't need to hunt for the Manta Ray. There's 0 reason to fight a Manta Ray. I do believe we still need to talk to... That was interesting. Just literally turned around as I went on the screen. Okay. It's midday instead of mid-morning. Yes, I will get my 5 silver I'm going to need. I might not... Well, no, I killed that goblin, so I might actually have enough money to buy the food at the inn. Because I killed 1 goblin. I don't know exactly how fetch works. It's basically mage hand, but I like to think that he could just mage hand all of the stuff away. Throw the rake and mage hand the rake back. That would count, right? I was kind of hoping to talk to the sword master so I don't forget that I gotta come back and talk to him. Because you have to talk to everybody. One whole point that I'm going to highlight in yellow on my little sheet here just in case. Let's see. We don't have a whole lot of money. Where did we get all that money? We got a bunch of gold from turning in the ring. That was it. Wow. So we actually can go get Flame Dart. Ooh, do I go get Flame Dart? I have not practiced this run as much as I've done the fighter the last couple days, so... Sunset approaches. This is going to be mostly the same as fighter for day one. Except I think we managed to talk to Swordy Lordy on day one with the fighter. Talk to you twice to get your point. Talk, talk, talk. We get to watch the waitress again. Talking to you does not give us a point. Buying him a meal is 4. Buying me a meal is 3. Okay, so I would have had enough money. But just in case, we'll get Flame Dart in the morning so that we can actually fight bad guys as we run around in the forest, stealing everything that's not nailed down. Have to actually wait on the meal. The speed run would probably know. I don't think you actually have to eat the meal. We're at 84 points. It did not change. I think it's ordering the meal that is points, not eating it. We could just order it, walk away. But that would be rude, and we are a hero. So far, the only magic thing we've done is we magically grabbed the nest instead of throwing a rock at it. So, slightly more peaceful. As much as I love the magic user class, I love the idea of using the spells, especially in the later games. You use the spells in creative ways to solve puzzles. Unfortunately, by the end, you end up with so stinking many spells that a lot of them never do anything. We have exactly enough for the Flame Dart spell. We are now dead broke. But it's not as awkward to fight things anymore. I should have bought open, but I won't. We're going to go adventuring. Let's see, we can go... We're not going to go to Erasmus until last this time, because Erasmus gives... Ooh, I want to fight you. I want to test out my new... So... Kerpew. So because I shot him twice, he starts out a little hurt. And as long as he doesn't interrupt my spell cast, I can just fireball his face right here, and it goes through his shield. You can do a lot of damage pretty quick. 10 is good. You do a lot of very fast damage, just fire, 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 fire. You don't have, as far as I know, you don't have to worry about... Oh, I don't have... Sigh. I can't get up there yet. You don't have to worry about things like the brigand shield or the ogre not being quite close enough. Alright, which thing shall we do first? Apparently fight is first. Hey, good example. As long as I'm not interrupted. As long as I am not interrupted, thank you. Stop interrupting me. The fighter would have a heck of a time just hitting that guy. All we have to do... 24. All we have to do is nail him. If we don't get interrupted, he goes down. We are getting kind of low on magic points, though. We've almost burned through our entire day's allotment of spells. That's interesting. Also, our experience is negative, which is amusing. Alright, let's go ahead and add... Well, we have not saved the game at all. We're going to go a screen up because the next screen has the stag on it and I don't want to lose my running animation and have to go turn it back on again. We're going to pick up 3 mushrooms. I don't know why. There's no indication that you specifically have to go out of your way to get physically 3 handfuls of mushrooms. You know what? We're going to get 4. You know why we're going to get 4? We're going to show off a different glitch. It's not like we're doing this the fully honest way anyway. 4. 4 handfuls of mushrooms. There we go. Run away! Because there's no particularly good reason for us to bother fighting you. Oh, I minimized the game instead of running. Alright, that should solve that. That goblin just happened to get in our way when we were getting to our next objective. Talkity talk talk. Hi, I'd like magic. Hi, I'd like fur. I love the meeps. I really do love the meeps. They're little, they're cute, they're not trying to kill you, and they're just random enough that it's like, why are you here? There's no explanation for the meeps. The healer actually says, "Oh, the meeps sound wonderful. I'll have to go meet them one day." You know, something to that effect. So the townspeople don't even know they're there. They're just some random thing you find. This should be the seeds. No, one more up. We need a couple more spells. But I should have enough fetch because we have 100 int and 100 magic. It shouldn't matter that I've only ever cast a spell once. Wow. Wow. Failing the fetch despite... I'll have to practice some more. I already have, as far as this game is concerned, God level magic. My expertise is 13. Come on. All right, we're coming back later. Wow. So, not getting quite as much of a time save, boosting our stats. That is the hardest skill check for the wizard in the whole game, I'm pretty sure. Is getting that stupid seed. And it's so early, too. Like, it's slightly inconvenient to me. It is mightily inconvenient if you are playing your game for the first time, because you need that in order to get the Dryad to give you the clues for the rest of what you're supposed to be doing. So we're going to give her some shrooms. And some shrooms. And some shrooms. There's our point. We still have another handful of 3. We are at 3 gold, 34 silver. No thanks, right? 4 gold, 33 silver. She gave us an extra gold piece, despite saying she didn't want them. So I could just go and get tons and tons of free money. And in fact, we are going to preemptively purchase. Did it just say I don't have enough money? Oh, because it's 100. Weird. Anyway, we have effectively 74. So that should be enough to go buy the last spell from the shop anyway. We are... I should have grabbed more mushrooms. We still got an extra gold out of it. We are past the money issues for Wizard. Once you have all 3 spells that you buy, that's pretty much it. Come on. We need open. And that opens us up for a couple things. How much mana do I actually have? 4. We can just barely go do the thing I was going to do earlier. And then that'll probably be the end of this adventuring day. Mid-morning. We've burned... that's Dungeons and Dragons for you, right? I'm a wizard. I burned through everything. Can we take a long rest? We've been up, I know it's not even lunchtime, but we're done for the day. Done for the day, folks. Mid-morning is when this guy shows up for us to talk to, though. At least he's supposed to. Unless he doesn't show up, unless you are a fighter, but my point list does not specify fighter only. There we go. And we have our one and only point that we're going to get from him. We can basically ignore the castle. When we get our reward for saving Bernard, we'll grab that potion that I wanted from the healer with the reward money. We really don't need anything else. We don't even really need a flask because I have healing potions and we're not going to need them. I could buy a mana potion. Maybe that would be a good idea. We are going to use Detect Magic. Oh, there's magic in the shape of a ladder right there. So that's how the wizard's supposed to find out about that. Because the wizard does not have throwing skill, so he can't go bonk, bonk, bonk like the fighter does. And obviously the thief just voop. Doesn't need any help getting up. Good old Henry the Hermit. We're going to talk. Ask about that cool ladder. Ask about spells. You scroll. You come on. Yeah. Alright, we out. I like the idea of having to find the spells in the game. It's kind of like a treasure hunt in a way. Like, oh, I see this thing. None of my spells work. Maybe I need another spell. Unfortunately, most of the ones in the game only have one dedicated use. And after that, they're kind of eh. Back to run mode. I don't even care what the monster is because we don't need to fight it. Especially a brigand. We have money, right? I think I can afford a mana potion, and a mana potion might let us get that seed. I was going to pick up the water while I was there, and I forgot. Now I have to go back. Mana potions are 60. Dang it. Dang it. They just really don't want me doing things out of order. I'm going to do them out of order anyway. We're just not going to do it the way they want us to. I'm going to do what I should have done the first time and just grab a buttload of mushrooms. Nope, not yet. Just charging through the forest. Running away from dinosaurs. Nobody says anything about the fact that there's a dinosaur just chilling in the woods. Alright, how many we got? 21, that means I'm going to get 70. We're at 44, so that's 110. One more. That should be enough for me to buy 2 mana potions, one of which we will burn pretty much immediately to grind fetch to try to get the stupid seed. And the other one we shall save. I don't even remember what the mana potion icon looks like. It's been so long since I had one. And I wouldn't bother if I wasn't trying to beat it as fast as possible. You can just like come, you wander around until nighttime, you rest. Get your magic back. But we gotta go fast. We're gonna burn all of our money, everything that we don't spend on the one undead potion we need. The rest is gonna be mana potions. So that we never have to save mana. So even though she says she doesn't want any more mushrooms, she still takes them. And now we have lots of money, and we will buy mana. Okay, so I think I just clicked slightly too fast because she is a little glitchy. Now we have neither money nor mana potions. Huzzah. Fine, we'll give our money to this guy instead. Wow. Also, I forgot to drop the note. Whoa, my mana potions. I have one. Just... that was not there before. Okay. Okay, that's interesting. Huh. I don't know. Hey, I've screen transitioned a few more times. Did I get my other one? No? That was weird. Honestly, no idea. No idea. Just... okie dokie. So, Arana's piece is one of the few spots where the wizard actually gets a bonus point that the other classes don't get. The wizard gets points for sleeping here at night. And we get a spell. Which I believe there's one spell left, if I'm not forgetting anything. Yep, just the one. And it is the, it is a doozy of a spell. It is the hardest spell to get in any of the games, honestly. Let's go ahead and rest for 60 minutes. Because we might get lucky and not have to use the mana potion to get the seed. Back to running. So, what's interesting is even though we're doing the things in roughly the same order that we did with the fighter, there's a little different prioritization. We needed more money right away, for one thing. The fighter can just start doing things. The armor only matters if you're actually taking damage. The wizard, you have to get the spells before you can solve the puzzles correctly. And the thief has to grind his skills. The thief has to grind his skills before he can do any of his thief-specific stuff, but generally can go do everything else easy. That's going to be a fail. It'll be obvious when it works. I don't know how high of a skill you need to make it work. I'm at 100 magic and 100 intelligence, and I even put luck at 100, and somehow he is still floundering around. Can I rest? So, if you don't like doing the cheaty stuff, then congratulations, you can just do magic user, because the cheaty stuff is only giving me more MP, which is just more tries per day, not actually helping me. Oh, come on. I'm too impatient to rest. Time of day? Mid-afternoon. All right, we're going to drink that mana potion. We cannot legitimately beat the game without... Oh, sure, now he's going to do it. First try after the mana potion. As soon as you see it hovering right there, you've got it. Let's just go turn it into the Dryad. Have to wait until it starts getting dark before I can actually rest it around this piece, which will give us all our mana back. And then we're going to spend it to save the Baronet. And then we can do our nighttime stuff, looking for the Mandrake Root and the Cheetar and the Troll. And then we should be in good shape to go visit Erasmus and then go beat the game. It's nice to not really have to worry about looking for those random encounters. Like, the wizard has to go out of his way to get money, but he doesn't have to grind for the encounters. Just the two. Everybody has to do two. He doesn't need to look for the regular Saurus. He doesn't need to look for the fancy Saurus. He doesn't need to actually be strong enough to beat them. I detect you have the seed already, because you are doing things out of order. Boom. Go. Alright, we're going to pick up some more mushrooms so that we can buy another mana potion. We get 10 silver. Well, we get 1 gold each, and we need 6 gold for a mana potion. So 6 handfuls is enough for a mana potion. And considering that she still owes me 1 from my money that I shouldn't have had, I don't know how much I actually care about cheating her out of them. I am saving her, village. This was a cursed valley, right? She can spot me a couple mana potions. Mana management also kind of is not a thing later in the series. Like, you only run out when you're sitting there spamming your spells, grinding the levels on the spells so that you can actually succeed instead of fail. One thing I definitely did a lot. That guy keeps his damage, so you can go on, in and out of this screen, hucking 1 flame dart at a time. And you never actually have to get into combat with him. We're going to rest and get all of our mana back tonight anyway, so we might as well make that mana potion count. It's not the first time you're going to see this strategy. Wasn't even really that many. Is this a case of open? Ta-da! My spell is too weak. Oh. we need open to open another door later, so I guess we're grinding skill levels on open now. I do not remember this being a thing. I played the magic user a lot. I do not remember having to sit here grinding my spell level independent of everything else. Okay, it's open. How are we doing magic-wise? Oh, that was our that was our last shot. Because open is... No, we had 2 more. Okay. Is it time to go rest in the flowers yet? Sunset approaches. I already had a fruit, right? Pretty sure I already had a fruit. Let's go ahead and sleep all night. Get my wizard points. Only the wizard gets those points. We're basically halfway through the game. 150 out of 500 exactly. The last 200 points being more or less automatic. Come on, run. I will say, if you are playing this and you don't want to cheese the flame dart and you don't want to kill him, the spell from Irana's Peace is what you can also use. It's calm. It's basically Sanctuary from Dungeons and Dragons. Really? Back to walk mode already? Wonder if calm counts the same as giving him food. You have to give him food. Calm works. You can use calm and get past him. I didn't get the points unless I gave him food. Well, it's a good thing I literally just saved the game. Good old reliable DOS games. Hey, look, I saved the MP. So this is kind of a harder fight for Wizard. I mean, it's hardest for Fighter because you have to walk around, but you typically don't have as much vitality as a Wizard, so you can't take very many hits. So we're just going to preemptively nail this guy and predict where he's going to be. Yeah, we're dead. Because he casts Reflect. The way you get around this is hitting him with the spell before the text box comes up. So we're going to flame right there, and he's going to teleport again, right back to where he was the first time. And by bouncing back and forth before he can cast Reflect, you can get him. Because you don't have any other offensive spell. We don't want that. So, detect magic. The key is magic. Outline of a chest down here. It's also trapped, so we're going to trigger. Boom. Too far away to pick up the gold. There we go. Now we can buy lots of magic potions. Not that we need them anymore. And 54 additional points, not bad for a quick morning's work. I'm honestly not sure how you're supposed to beat the kobold if he's reflecting your spells. Just leave, come back, and hope he doesn't have it up anymore. You could run in with your dagger, but don't run in with your dagger. If I had my mana potions already, this might be a time to go down and talk to Erasmus. Okay, so the spell from Erasmus, I think, stuns the kobold, and that might make it doable, but it's not ideal. Glancing at my list, seeing if I've missed anything. Now we're ready to go on to nighttime. Nighttime. Let's clear our inventory a little bit. Gosh, I should have done it on the next trip because I have to get the Dispel Potion anyway. Well, we have to go in and out anyway, so yeah. We're going to give her the pieces. Here you go. Oh, I don't have the fairy dust yet. Dang it. Give me all your money. Alright, cleaning up our inventory at least. Okay, and we have enough money to buy that, and mana, and a little more slowly buying mana. We should have 3. Okay. Spent all of our money again, but that is fine. We are in great shape. Day is dawning. I didn't make any progress through the day itself. Wow. We are expected at the castle. Gasp. Maybe we will do Erasmus before we do the nighttime stuff. Just because otherwise, how do we spend the day? I think starting in the second game, you can just rest until evening, so you can do nighttime stuff without having to struggle quite so much. But game 1 is just like, no, you don't get to short rest. You already took one, Mr. Warlock. No, 2 short rests a day and then a long rest. That's it. That's all you get. Alright. We have money again. Which, I think they give you a lot of money, don't they? They give you a metric buttload of money. So, we're going to go buy more mana potions, because there's literally nothing else. We don't need anything else. Maybe I'll grab another healing and a stamina just to be on the safe side, but we seriously don't need anything else. More healing, stamina, Stamina. We should have 2 of each of those now. Being a little more careful about how fast I click so we don't get robbed. 7, 2, 2. We need the empty flask. Yeah. We still have a ton of money. There we go. We have a reasonable amount of money. A giant freaking pile of mana potions. Basically unlimited mana for the rest of the game. Because we do need to kill 2 relatively large bad things. And we need to go get the thing that makes most people not play 100% for Wizard. Just like the Weapon Master makes Fighter not appealing to run 100%, the minigame with Erasmus is a little much. I think it was another one of those things that's negatively impacted by having too fast a computer and DOSBox not set up right. I don't have as much trouble with it as some people, but we'll see. I haven't done it on this particular installation yet, so maybe it will be bad. I hope not. Alright. I'm waiting to save the game until we're actually seated so that if I have to load, we don't watch this whole cutscene every time. Alright, save Mr. Wizard. Yes. Yes. He's asking if we know all of the spells. So this is Mage's Maze. Alright, I want you to come over here though, Flame. Fine. We're gonna fetch that over there so you can cross. We're now gonna fetch... Gosh darn it. We're gonna fetch this one so you can cross. Wow, he is making a lot of progress. I am stealing that ladder, thank you. Alright, so he's gonna go down there. Come on, go down. You have only the option of... Oh, I have to change size. Dang it. So you have to move all of these. Wow, we are super losing. Alright, we're super winning. Drink mana potion. Alright, I'm not explaining this very well, but what we're trying to do is get our little guy across that bridge using all of our different spells. So, fetch will move the bridges and the ladders. Open moves the rocks to open passageways. Flame Dart attracts your guy, which isn't important because he will path correctly by himself. And then you use Trigger to make him bigger and smaller because you have to be a certain size to go up and down ladders and a different size to go through the caves. The only reason we won is because I happened to notice him walking across this bridge to end the game. He was literally on the last space before we lose. And I used Fetch to steal the ladder. His guy died and he had to start over. That was it. First try, technically. Technically first try. Unfortunately, we are still quite a ways from it being dark. It is still mid-morning, and we cannot do anything until it is straight up dark outside. How to pass the time. Every time you get into a fight, you can rest another hour. So if I see like a goblin or something, I guess we're going to kill it. We might as well go get the Baba Yaga thing started. I don't suppose I've run enough screens to count it as a rest yet. Nope. I get it. It's mid-morning, right? He rolls out of bed. Well, rolls out of flowers. And then immediately ends up having to go to bed. One toasty goblin. I'll take some cash. Okay. We should be able to rest an hour. Wow. Even after combat, I can't wait an hour. Ask about the hut. Ask about the rhyme. Ask about the deal. Make the deal. If you say you're not sure or anything and you come back later, you can still give him the gem, but you don't get the points for having made the deal. Which is super lame. Also, every time you walk on the screen, he automatically goes down for you now, which means you can't actually learn the rhyme from him anymore, and you have to pay Bruno 2 gold. How does Bruno know it? I don't know. Why does Bruno know it? So that you're not stuck without it. I think I would like to make Bruno knowing it plot relevant. Maybe he works with her, but he's already working with somebody else. Maybe this is how he gets rid of his accomplices. Is he's like, yeah, I have all this money because I stole from her, you know. Wait till she's not in there and you can just go. I don't know. Might be too much of a stretch. Hey, Goblin. Got a present for you. Zapped. Zapped. Zipped. Zooped. Zomped. This guy's the one with no money. I think it's random which goblins you get, but the sprites on the screen always give you the same amount of money. But it's random which ones you get. Midday. There's just no good way to pass the day into night. At least we have everything we need. Do. Get the spying on the meeting out of the way. because we are a ranged character. Assassinated. Go the long way back to town. Because if you go the other way, you die. Unless you wait long enough. Kind of hoping to hit like a monster or something. Maybe? No? Okay. Maybe we'll go work the stables. Because I think working the stables makes time go. Yeah, let's go. Let's go work the stables. Come on. No, don't let him get too far. Come on. Oh, come on. There's a little randomness in how far he goes before you can actually trigger the gate. You would just be there when I don't need you. What's the time of day? Midday? Yeah. Passing the day. Because all I can do is night stuff. Strangely enough, talking to this guy, he's one of the few characters in the game you do not get a point for talking to him. You can't even ask him his name. He's just stable master. Almost everybody else has a name. Like, there's the guard a screen to the left. He's just a guard. But those two guards, they have names. They don't do anything. But they got names. Let's go ahead and rest an hour. Because I can, finally. Bruno's not there. Ah, sunset is approaching. Excellent. He should have had plenty of time to make it back to town. So I can go loot his friend. Friend being loose. Hostile intent. Yeah, I don't have any reason to fight you. I would like this key, please. Now we gotta go probably start out with the fairies. Gonna make sure I'm one screen away from the fairies because we have to turn the game speed all the way down just to make sure we don't crash. Give me a rest? Of course not. I should have fought that brigand. Come on. Give me a monster? Really? Now I want a monster and I'm not going to get one. Can I rest now? Darkness, my friend. Save the game. Speed all the way down. And maybe, just maybe, we won't have to do the stupid fairies 2 or 3 times to make them work. Slowly. Slowly. Hey, we got the fast dance. Yeah, the silly white men can't dance dance. Come on, click the ferry. Yay! All right. Speed. Back where it was. Save game. We out. We're gonna go look for that troll. How are we doing on magic? We are at... Oh, we got lots. That was farther over than I thought. So we have to wait till midnight in order to actually pull the route. So while we're waiting for midnight, we're going to come down here and try to fight a troll. Save the game in case I screw up. But this screen supposedly has the highest troll spawn rate. There it is. I wish I could save the game now. Just trying not to spam it too fast, because I think if you hit the button too fast, it'll cancel your spell cast. Bam. It's just that easy. You know, with maxed out stats. There we go, got the beard. So now we have to run around until we find a cheetar so we can get its claws. And that'll be the last bit of RNG for us. Let's see. We don't want to accidentally trigger the fairies. No, you're not a cheetar. We're going to use the goblin screen to clear that encounter. Nothing. Oops, something's here. Cheetar? Don't need you. Again, I'm going to clear the encounter using that screen. Nothing. Got something. There you are, my pretty. Who's a pretty kitty? Oh, he's swinging way faster. Yeah. Torch that cat. First flammable, right? I don't have enough magic points. Oops. Run away? Run away, please? Run away. Why is the runaway button not working? The other buttons are working. Hello? Runaway button? Fine. Oh, now it wants to run away? Okay, what's... We just need... Well, now we need a healing potion. And now we run away again. I didn't quite click on my character, so it didn't count. There we go. Just burn the stupid cat. Alright. We have all of our RNG out of the way. Night is still young. That should deserve a rest. Middle of the night? It's the middle of the night. We are on a solid trajectory now. We gotta go grab the root and turn it in, which should only take a moment. Oh, not... Restore. One screen too many. One screen too many. We are not going to sit through the dance again. This should be the graveyard. And before the thingies touch us, we'll use this. Get that, and we out. And now we've just got... I think we can just beeline the end of the game now. I might not even have to wait until... I don't think I even have to wait until morning. I can just do it now. The rhyme. Oh, I have to get the Dispel Potion, so I do have to rest. Because we haven't turned in the fairy dust yet. And the healer won't let us in till morning. Alright, first thing in the morning, save the world. Alright. Middle of... Oof. Don't need to fight another one of you. We have to turn in that stuff, but otherwise... Just go off the stupid screen, please. It's... I'm not sure what's faster. It's not very far to rest at Arana's Peace, but it is much closer to rest with good old Henry the Hermit, who is up all the time. Knock? Hello? Knock on the door? It's faster when the game's not being weird. Give him a food ration. Sleep. Give him the food ration. Hello? Okay, so why wasn't it letting me rest? Fine, we'll go sleep at Arana's Peace. I am reasonably certain that all we actually had to do was hand him the ration. But for some reason it wasn't triggering the rest, like, dialogue. Weird. Wouldn't be the first time that something went wrong with the programming. Now I gotta sit through all this again. Slightly too far because we need to go this way. Just trying to show off something different. Just trying to show off something different. And what do we get? Thrown down the waterfall. What did we do wrong? Didn't know where to click. Maybe I should have just hit sleep until... Maybe I should have just used the sleep menu. That was probably the problem. But it's fine. Just one of those adventure game deaths that doesn't make any sense, and it would never have happened in a real game of Dungeons and Dragons. There's like, oh, well, you didn't specify that you sleep on the guest bed, so you die. It's like, no, that's just the DM being a prick. Save so we don't have to... I don't need you anymore, thank you. We're actually quite good on... Wow. We're getting all of the spawns on the character who doesn't need them. Go! I keep having to use the keyboard in order to actually screen transition, which is awkward when you're trying not to fight things. Sleeped. I guess I could actually use Dazzle and Calm for their intended purposes. I've never actually used Dazzle. It must be this icon. You possess the Dazzle spell. Okay. I think it's basically the same as Calm, but it actually lets you use it in combat. So Calm, I can go bloop, and then that monster stops following me. Which is handy if you remember you have it when the Cheetor is chasing you. But you know, once you're in front of the bad guys, you can just go. Especially if you're going in a straight line. Alright, now we can turn the last of the stuff in, get the Dispel Potion, go beat the game. Here, have a beard. Here, have some claws. Here, have the rest, because I don't want them in my inventory. Here, have this. Potion, potion, potion. Yep. Now we just have to leave, immediately walk back in. There. 317. Does that sound right for beating the game? I don't see anything on the wizard thing that I missed. We've talked to all of the people. Just double checking so we don't end up awkwardly at 499. I think we're good. I think we're good. pretty much right on target for my anticipated time as well. Assuming I don't... Where's Dazzle? I want to see what Dazzle looks like. Cast Dazzle. Well, that didn't do anything. I'm unimpressed by Dazzle in combat. Fine. I will set you on fire instead. Is that what... There we go. Not even going to loot your corpse. You made me come out of run mode. You've cost me enough, Goblin. Alright. Yes, yes. Boing, boing. Let me say the password. Find a keyhole. Unlock the door. We are too weak, so we need to cast open. Oh, it's already unlocked, really? I must have not clicked hard enough, I guess? I don't know. We do not need to find... We do not need to fight Toro. This is where Calm gets its one actual use. Putting the Minotaur to sleep. And now we can just walk in the gate. And because we did it peacefully, there's nobody shooting at us. Unlike the fighter just banging his head against the wall, literally. This, I'm a little sad that this doesn't change based on your class. Because I feel like the wizard should have been able to do a little more here. Maybe the wizard casts Calm and... Maybe the wizard casts Calm and the entire game falls asleep. We are 2 for 2 on saving the game right before crashes, though. Anyway, I feel like the wizard should be able to maybe calm guys to distract them or dazzle them or something, in addition to just the same thing all the other classes do. But that's why I want to turn this into an actual Dungeons and Dragons campaign, because encounters like this should have even more solutions than the ones presented in the game. Alright, some of the last points of the game. Talk to him about Elsa. It does not let me run. Actually, just walk straight off. Why am I even walking anywhere other than purposely falling in? So as long as his programming is being nice, which come on. You know what you are supposed to be doing. He's kind of a jerk to not disable his traps and let you buy, considering you're his only hope for saving the person he's been protecting this whole time. But at least he's not shooting me. The bug in the original, well, I don't know, it was probably just a CPU cycle thing again. My initial problem was he would just rapid fire, like, things to slow you down, and it was literally impossible to get any progress unless you had magic, because if you use magic you scare him off and he just leaves, Without magic, you cannot get through the room. Seems to have been fixed. But I'm still not going to start this game without magic. 2 reasons. 1, I am not going to risk my entire run on the game behaving. I want to have the ability to cast magic to scare him off just in case. And 2, you can get 504 points on Fighter and Thief because of the cross-class skill not locking itself to Wizard. Alright, coming up on the end of Wizard. Probably my favorite class, because I like the idea of using the spells to solve the problems and the scavenger hunt of trying to find the spells to begin with. And your number of possible puzzle solutions goes up as you get them. There's other games that do it better. Quest for Glory 4, I think. It only adds a few spells, but those few spells actually let you do new stuff. 500 out of 500. Love to see it. Yeah, Quest for Glory 4 has Glide and Frostbite, and the Aura spell. They actually feel like they let you do new things without making you like Goku Superman level wizard. They're just new ways to solve problems and get around obstacles. Quest for Glory 3 only gives you bigger ways to hit things, which is like, alright. But Quest for Glory 3 does have a mage duel that becomes a recurring thing. Alright. There's Wizard. 1 class to go, which will, in a perfect world, be after we actually start doing the actual number crunching and converting. But anyway, there was 100% Wizard. Not really that different from Fighter. Especially because Fighter picked up the spells anyway. So, not a huge difference. There's Quest for Glory 2, humongous bonus section just for Wizard. And it's great. It's my favorite part of that game. I love that part. But game number 1, the only class that really got bonus content was Thief. Funny enough. And then in later games, Thief gets shafted. So next time it'll either be Thief or it'll be actually getting started on this conversion. Either way, thanks for watching.